Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the BSTV Truck Series. This is round 6, and this is the Chimera 200, and we're at Phoenix Raceway. This is the 2012 track on iRacing. The reason we're running that is because it's free, and this is a free and fun-to-run league. So not too serious in this one, but if it gets very popular, then it might be in the future, I guess. I'm Pete Bingham, and joining me in the booth today is Sam Boozing. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, race fans.
Cool stuff. I give this less than 20 laps before everybody smashed themselves to pieces coming out of the last turn. What about you, Sam?
Oh, you're waiting for the last turn on lap 20. I would say lap 1, turn 1.
Lap 1. This track is certainly notorious for having extraordinary... Ooh, that was Herb Gogol. He was absolutely smashed to pieces. And I think that's going to be a theme because this is a notoriously slippy track. And it was always remembered as being the track that would kill you very, very quickly. And the place to get it done was that last turn. It's very, very sharp. It's easy to plough the turn. You can get on the gas way too soon. And you have to be very experienced at this track in order to cope with it. I think we're tucking in here, if you can see through the roll cage there. Oh, there we go, that's better. Into the last turn. The car wants to over-rotate really easily, and you just drift and flick the car from side to side. And it easily catches you out. You don't even notice your tyres are going off until the car, or the truck rather, snaps on you and piles you into the outside. It's easily done coming out of the pits as well on cold tyres, and we do have pit stops in this. What should we do a poll? Are there enough people watching to do a poll? I think there are. What shall the poll be, Sam? Number of cars remaining after turn 1. Seems like a good one.
Yeah, if you want to, let's go for that. What would be the options, though?
I think it's all, 5, or none.
Okay, let's do that. All, 5, or none.
Yep, that's the one. Let's go with that. Evening to Martin Versluvian on the chat. Why aren't you in your truck? So I did some laps around here earlier, and I crashed repeatedly. And I managed a 28 point. Oh, he is in his truck, or isn't he in his truck? I can't tell now. He's definitely been in the session because Bubba Versluven is definitely in there. I managed a 28.8, and everybody who has put a lap in practice has gone faster than that. So that just shows how bad I am. What we'll be looking for is someone to top the charts here in this qualifying session. They've only got 10 minutes, and they've only got 4 laps.
I do have one issue, though, is that I can't do anything with iRacing. Is it back?
I think so.
It seems to be back. I don't know why I got a black screen on iRacing and I couldn't do anything.
Right.
Okay, so it's back. There we go.
Cool.
And poll should be on YouTube. Okay, so
excellent.
That's my good. Windows that completely broke. Okay.
Yeah. Martin says on the chat that he's starting from the back, so I don't think we'll see him put a lap in on quali. It's not a bad shout, to be honest, but being at the back at Phoenix, I've raced this track quite a lot in street stocks when I first started, and you don't want to be at the back, do you? Because the start-finish straight becomes a car park, and everyone piles into the wall, and then they're flying all over the track, and you got to dodge your way between the crashed vehicles. It's just not a great place to be. You must have done laps plenty around this version of this track, Sam.
Well, in fact, not really. I think I raced here once, and
wow,
I got surprised
because
yeah, probably no. I think it was in the Cup cars back in the days where it was still the Chevrolet SS still racing. So it's a while back, and I got thrown off because when I first joined, I thought it was the same as the real life version, which had the cut. No, it's the one that is used in iRacing, but they have at the time it was not implemented in the sim, and I cut through the grass and crashed.
Yeah, because in the real world, folks, where you see the grass and the yellow rumble strip there, They've tarmacked all that now, and cars literally drive right up to the left-hand wall, and then come flying back towards the right-hand wall and then take the final turn. So the track has changed significantly in the real world, and obviously the new version, I think it's the 2020 track on iRacing, is exactly that now. So yeah, it's a track that if you do get it wrong, you get it wrong spectacularly for one of a number of reasons. And I expected to come into the session tonight forgetting that it was all grass and rumble strip. But I did remember after I came out of turn one and didn't embarrass myself in my own little world. So yeah, it's going to be a good race. We've only got 10 races, but as we've seen before, this can be quite an exciting one anyway. Let's have a look at incident limits. Incident limits are every 17. You don't get a fast repair in this one, which means once you've annihilated your car, you've got to sit there and either get it repaired or have a rage quit. Maybe that's another poll we'll do on a different one. How many people will rage quit? Let's see what else is true. So this is going to be 200 laps.
We'll do that second poll after the first turn.
Yeah.
Because I cannot put multiple polls on YouTube at the same time, so we need to end the first one, and third one is not there yet, so we'll wait and see.
That's funny. Yeah, not many people. Well, there's a few people on the chat actually, so or rather viewing. So hopefully we'll get some conversation going there. No Clyde tonight. He's stuck in the real world, occupied in some manner. But we do have 10 fantastic races ready to duke it out. It looks like everybody's done with their quali. I'm not going to talk you through it because that'll just spoil my next job, which is to go through the starting lineup.
Well, I have one question for you, Pete, while we wait for the grid. Have you done Wobbly's job by finding fun facts about people around Phoenix?
No, let's do that. Let's do this.
I don't even know where Phoenix is.
It's in Arizona. That's the only thing I do know, and it's very, very warm.
Yeah, right. I know it's warm. Yeah, I know that. Well, yeah, there's sands all over the place, and
so
it's already the case.
So the site that I've pulled up says, here are 10 fun facts about Phoenix. The first one is, Phoenix is the 6th largest city in the US. I don't see what's fun about that.
Yeah, it's not really fun. And no, I didn't know that though, by the way. So,
the Greater Phoenix area has more than 200 golf courses. Wow, that's a lot of tweed, isn't it, folks?
Yeah, that's a lot of fake grass as well.
Yeah, golf courses in the desert.
Yeah. Brilliant. I mean, we're in the US after all.
Golf. Yeah, maybe it's all crazy golf. I've got a pop-up with somebody saying, sorry to interrupt, I just wanted to see if there's anything I can help you with. No, thanks. No, that's boring as well. Phoenix's waste management opened draws in more spectators than in any other event on the PGA Tour. Apparently golf is a big thing in Phoenix. I'm going to have to find some better stuff than this before we actually go to race. Right, so I'm going to have a look at where we are in the series. So Dick Newitt Jr. is our series leader at the moment. He's here tonight, and he did rather well in qualifying. Actually, I think we've just ticked over, so I'll talk more about that later. I'm going to do the standings, because that should have tripped over and become official now. Awesome stuff. So, Dick Newitt Jr. is indeed your pole sitter for tonight for BSTV Esports Green at 28.211. That's almost identical to his practice lap. Rusty Kneecaps goes off second for BSTV Esports Pink. Orlando Wilson goes off third for Team Chimera. Buck Trendle goes off fourth, also for Team Chimera. So that's a BSTV front row and a Team Chimera second row. Herb Goebel goes off fifth via VTS Esports. Cletus Barrowmans goes off sixth. Seventh, and following his teammate, is Chase Lowert for VTS Esports. Kurt Bletz goes off eighth. He's VTS as well. Dale Bogatyrev goes off ninth. And Bubba for Sleuven Jr. goes off 10th, but we know that's his tactic. and he's planning on making his way through the field and probably avoiding the carnage of all the lap 1. So they are now rolling, and they'll let the pace car get away a little bit. You don't want to heat the tyres up round here. It doesn't take much to do that. And your right front is your worst enemy the entire race. It goes off after, I think, after about 3 laps, if I remember. I didn't really pay attention in my practice laps just before, or my sighting laps. But you don't have grip for very long. That's all I can remember. And then you've got to nurse the car around the corners. So when you're watching the times, folks, you will be watching a very rapid drop-off of lap time. You can see Martijn Verschluven there playing that long game. He's sat well back. We're coming up to green now. The pace car is in. There's a bit of shunting going on, and he's gone. So Dick Newitt Jr. has jumped them. Rusty is going backwards. Orlando has claimed second place already. Round the outside of Rusty goes Buck Trendle. So a real shuffle at the front here, and clearly Dick Newitt Jr. does not want to be at the front. He's let Orlando, or rather Orlando's just driven round him and decided, I'm off, see you later. Cletus Bauman's getting on terms with Rusty kneecaps there as well. And he's trying to look down the inside there, going into turn 1. Martijn Verschluven still stalking the field. I think we'll see him come through though, given his recent performances. All clean so far. So whoever voted for all of them, which was only one person, I think. Oh no, we got a few votes actually. So 25% of you thought that everybody would make it, and you were the only ones that were correct. Now, Chase Lowert's car looks like it's already got some damage, and I think he was the one that drove into the car in front on the pace lap. So initial laps here, fastest ones are 28.6. Your pole time is 28.2. That should give you a flavour for... Oh, and look at that. Bubba Verschluven has already put 2 cars behind him. I think he's going to be nice and careful on his tyres, Sam, and slowly and methodically make his way through the field. What do you think?
Yes, I think that's the best way to do it, and I do think that's why they let Orlando go, just to try to ease the tires off for the start of the race. Let him go, don't fight it, take care of your tires, and that's the best way to do it.
Yep, I reckon he's on to a winner with that. I remember people, alright, it's a rookie series that I can remember, but you'd see people like disappear off in the distance in the first 10 laps, and you're thinking, oh my word, they've pulled a massive gap on me. I'm going to have to absolutely gun it at some point, but I daren't right now. And then they'd slowly make their way back towards you, and then all of a sudden you were uber fast and you just go flying past them, and they'd used up all their stuff. So... what have we got going on here? So is that... who's in third at the moment? Buck Trendle is now onto the back of Dick Newitt Jr. Rusty Kneecaps is actually, I think, probably playing quite a clever game here, because he's not pushing too much either. Toe doesn't do a great deal for you around here, does it, Sam? Because the straights aren't big enough.
I'm not sure it's really helping having the two. Well, probably just a bit, maybe saving a little bit of fuel, but when it comes to speed, I don't think it's really helping.
No, that's for second place there from Buck Trendle, nice and clean. And Cletus is definitely pushing Rusty on a line he doesn't want to be on. But he's backed out of that one. or rather, because Rusty was on the wider line, he could carry a bit more momentum, more safely, and therefore could get on the gas earlier once his car had turned as much as he needed it to, and then decided to gun it. We're already facing 10 laps, because they're only 28 seconds long. And as I remember, it's probably about this point that you start losing the back end a little, and the fronts start to plough into the first corner. Hard to turn the car, hard to slow the car, and you just drift a little bit wider every single lap. These two seem to be inseparable at the minute. They've been together all race. This is Dale Bogatyrev Jr. and Kurt Bletz. Back with Chase Loert. Herb Goebbels Sr. So we're making our way forward in the standings here, or in the order rather. Yeah, Cletus ploughed that corner a little bit there. By ploughing I mean you take too much speed into the corner and then drift through the apex. See what he does here. Oh, he's nearly into the back of Rusty there. 3 different vehicle types in this, just in case you've never viewed this before. We've got the Ford F-150, which I'm trying to see who's driving the Ford. Actually, Orlando Wilson is out front. There's the Ford. We've got the Chevrolet Silverado that we were following a minute ago. There's the Chevrolet with Buck Trendle at the wheel. And we've got the Toyota Tundra, which Dick Newitt Jr. is driving. Generally it's the shells that are different, and what's underneath is identical. There's Bubba Versluven putting another car behind him. He's now passed 4 cars since the start, and he's starting his stealth manoeuvres through the field. The entire field at the minute is covered by only about 7 seconds or something like that, maybe 8 seconds. See, 2 different approaches to those corners there from these two. So Dale Bogatyrev Jr. A little bit more wild, I'd say, than Chase Lower Sr.
Looks like the guys are way closer than they were in the first few races. I don't know what to think about that, but we've got the 5-6 front runners. Yeah, 6 because now Booba is almost back behind the first pack. And they're all together. There's not a big gap between Orlando and Booba at the back.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing what Bubba does when he catches these lot, because he is catching them quite rapidly actually. What's his last lap? His last lap was a 29.2 and the leader's doing a 29.6, so he's taking 4/10 out of the leader, and everybody else is part of the bubble in the spirit level there really, aren't they? So Buck Trendle has now caught his teammate.
Yeah, and
so
see, that's the difference between going out on tires at the start and taking care of them at the start.
Yeah,
now
definitely.
A bit faster. was a good drive from Cletus, but Rusty had the speed on corner exit.
Yeah, it happened earlier as well, and it's about, Cletus was ploughing corners earlier. I think he's calmed down a little now, but Rusty takes a bigger swing into the corner, really, and it means that he can put the traction back in, and I just think he's better on the gas pedal. See how he's a little bit early to get back on the gas? I mean, he's going to be... Ooh, that was a strange line from Cletus, actually. He's dropped right back. Is he letting Bubba go? Or is he trying to? Or is he just trying to hold him off? I can't really tell at the minute.
What looks like he's trying to defend on the inside, which is way out in the threads. You want wide line as much as you can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really slow at corner exit and turn 1. No, Bubba is on the inside, and
yeah, it's nicely done. Yeah. And you can use the very gentle banking, because that's part of the issue when you race at this particular version of Phoenix. The banking isn't very graded. So usually on the oval tracks there's more banking, which means you can use the incline of the turn to scrub the speed away, or really rather maintain the speed of the car without scrubbing the tyres. Here, as you can see, it's quite flat, so you have to do all of your deceleration using either the engine brake from way further back than you should, or the brake pedal. And obviously the brake pedal transfers heat into the front brakes, which transfers it into the wheel, and then into the tyre, and heats your tyre up. And then the surface also gets heated up by the abrasive rubbing, and you end up with a dual problem. It's not easy to overcome either, because you've still got to keep pace, so once you cut your tyres, they keep cooking. And you start sliding further and further, you lose lap time faster and faster. And if you look at where we're at now, most drivers are doing laps a bit slower than they were when they started, by a few hundredths, some by a bit more than that. Some, like Herb, he's going quite a lot slower than he was before. In fact, yeah, they're all going about a second slower than when they started, which is a lot round a 28-second lap, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, it's massive, but it's like that on every single NASCAR track. When it comes to the end of the stint, it's always way slower, and that's why the undercut is so massive in these cars, because when you get out with fresh rubber, you get like 1-2 seconds faster lap, so you can really make ground. And if you get the safety car at the right spot, that's when you win a race. But we're far from that yet. See, Bubba just passed Cletus like a few laps ago, and Cletus managed to keep with him. And he's even almost ramming to his back, which is great. No, he just lost a bit of pace. But yeah, he was sticking with them, which, you know, if you can manage to eat in your tires, as I said before, you can manage to recover a bit of that energy. But it's complicated, because you really have to manage your braking zone, and that's really tough in these tracks.
Absolutely. I've failed miserably to find any funny facts about Phoenix. What I have found, though, is that 7% of all American adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows, which is just ridiculous. And apparently the maths works out that that equates to 16.4 million people. That's just bonkers.
That's funny, because I think I saw that thing, and I do think it was in some of the English course or something.
Right.
That was a really fun fact.
Ooh, that was a bit of a nervous twitch from Rusty there, as Bubba decided to put him behind him.
It would be great to have inside information about this lap or something, so I'm gonna grab an inside information, and well, we'll hear about it, so we'll see.
Awesome. All right.
Hello, Wobbly. When
Hello.
do you think the pit lap is for this race? Because we have no clue.
Probably in 27 laps. And we're gonna split up in quarters. First is gonna be too long. And I'm definitely gonna crash it into the first corner.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks for the information, Wobbly. We'll let you race, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
I was actually
definitely not
while he
help.
was talking. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely not help whoever Schluan to get away from Wobbly there. Not at all.
That was funny.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, that
Buck
was
is back.
That was Rusty's slowest lap of the race.
Probably.
Cletus is all over him like a bad rash now, and Bubba's already caught Dick Newitt Jr. Has Bubba been oval driving loads? Is that why he's good?
I do think he said he was not, but
I thought he said he didn't do much either, but...
Yeah, I feel like he's practicing all week for this race. That's what happened.
Yeah. Cletus still not able to... I mean, some of these drivers must see Bubba Versleuven going past going, what am I doing wrong?
Well, remember last time, he won by miles.
Oh.
Like, that was just insane.
Yeah, he was just on a different planet. Yeah, we'll have a quick talk through that as well. So, the schedule. Yeah, so that was Texas last time. He won by a country mile. In the standings at the minute, it's still Dick Newitt Jr. that's leading, 191 points. Buck Trendle III is in second on 139. Buster Crawls is on 128. Dale Bogatyrev Jr. on 149. And then fifth, and unbelievably, is Randy Whiting Jr. on 122. Bubba Versleuven Jr. is in ninth on 117. So, I think that's possibly because he's not. He won at the road one. What was that? Watkins, wasn't it? Let me have a look. Yes,
I think
he
he
won
did,
at
but I
Watkins.
think he did not show for one or two races. I'm not entirely sure. Oh,
Yeah.
that was Rusty on the wall.
It was as well.
It's not gonna help. I bet the right side of that truck is completely destroyed.
Let's have a look. See, it's difficult on a. There
Oh
we go.
yeah.
Oh, he's done a good job on that. No free repair, so that's going to handle like a pig now.
Well, that's a pig racing a pig, so it's not really, any shame.
Ooh, Bubba getting a bit close to Dick Newitt Jr. there. So by Rusty's maths, we've got about 14 laps left before the first pit stop. They're going to cut it into quarters, like he said. We're again trying to do a number on Dick Newitt Jr., but not managing just yet. He was definitely...
That was close.
It was, yeah. He certainly wants that inside line to do the overtake.
It almost looked like, a braking in a V8 car when you just try to overbrake the car and fast dive bombing, but it's not working like that in the tracks.
No, if you try anything like that, you're just going to slide into the side of the opponent's car. He's good and alongside here, though. That could be the job done now. Although Dick Newitt Jr.'s got the outside line, which means he should be able to get on the gas a bit earlier.
I think they're just chair their paints down.
Yeah.
Squeezing him into the wall. Not quite, it's good. Fair racing.
Yeah, that's really good.
And
really fair. Gave each other plenty of space. That's excellent. I mean, the idea now is that Dick Newitt Jr. snaps straight back, but look at the gap he's gained already.
Yeah, I think they just tried a bit too hard to get along with him too early in the corner and just the momentum of the car.
Yep. I used to like these 1 mile tracks, and even the ones like is it Boston, which is just like driving around a teacup, really. I don't know why. I was always better at these than at the super speedways or the 2 mile or any of the bigger ones.
Does 2 mile track exist? I think it was 1.5.
Is it 1.5?
Yeah.
Right. Might be reading the 2 kilometers or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. So Team Chimera glued together. And the second of those cars, Buck Trendle, he'll well, hopefully he's conscious of it, but he'll be using his tyres and scrubbing them more than his teammate, because he will be getting some of that aero push, which lifts the downforce off the car, and you end up ploughing a little bit more, and the rears are not digging in like they should properly. And that, he's actually pulled out of the toe there, so he is aware of it, but has to tuck back in to do the sharper turns. So, yeah, that's quite tactical and clever driving actually from Buck Trendle. Yeah, he's there, staying as left as he can to keep out of the air.
I do think they're about to put a lap on Kurt Bletz as well. Oh,
Into the wall at the last turn again.
I do think so, and now he's giving up. Yeah, it's really bad. In real life, you got a puncture on that tire, sure.
Oh, you would expect so, yeah. Still playing. The only problem with that is generally once you get a bit of damage on these really tight circuits, the short ones. Ooh, there's someone going very slow on the start finish. Is that Kurt Bletz?
Yeah, that's Kurt Bletz letting everybody go. Oh, he wrapped the left side?
Yeah, he must have done that just then. And I tell you what, blowing the car is really hard. Oh, he's had both sides of the car, that's why. Has he got an incident on the tracker or not?
Nah, you know, as you get in over racing, it's not really working.
No, it doesn't like it at all, does it? It can't work it out. I think he's been into the right-hand wall and the left-hand wall in the same incident.
And look who's with the leaders. Booba is there.
Yeah, tracked him down. He's about to upset the Chimera party. I suppose it's not a bad shout just to sit there and up them for a while, but we know that he's more used to running away with these races.
Well, he still have 1/5 laps to do it, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
not waiting.
He's going for it.
Well, he was showing his nose and then he backs right out of it.
Yeah, almost went 3 wide.
Yeah. Let's see how many times he pulls that stunt on Buck Trendle.
I'm not sure you want to put it 3 wide on that track, though.
No way.
Oh, there we go. We've got the first pit here.
Yeah, Rusty in 3 laps early from what he was suggesting.
Yeah, we'll see if he misses pit stall. Oh, maybe not, because we've got a battle there.
Oh, look at this.
It's going on.
This is good, though. This is great racing.
Let's
He's
have a
going to
look
try
back.
the cut back.
It's coming.
Yeah, he's going to definitely get
Yeah,
tyres.
that's too good. It's pretty bad. Dick Hewitt's in as well.
Right, this is it then. This is planned pit stops here. I'll tell you what, pit road isn't easy to get. Ooh, where's Buck Trendle going? I thought he was fishtailing, then he wasn't. He was still in control of the car. This is allowing Orlando to pull away a little now in first place. And of course, all these guys. Sorry, go on.
He had a lap down by pitting like that, so that's something you have to be aware of. If there's a safety car now, Kurt and Rusty are a lap down.
Yep.
Dick might get the free pass, but otherwise they're both in one lap down, and that's it.
Yeah, they both had similar pit lane times, so Rusty didn't bother to get any damage repaired. They do get awfully close at turn 1, or the exit of turn 1 and the exit of turn 3 as well. In front, in the form of Kurt Bletz. Go piling through. Kurt stays high, which is the best tactic when this is going on.
Was chase though.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Apologies.
We'll go. Oh, that's
Ooh,
a
wow.
broken car.
Yeah, that's very unhappy. What was that?
Oh,
Is that a rage smash or just a loss of control?
Oh, it's already very in a really bad shape, and yeah, I think that's terminating. Oh, now I think he just completely break the front and is trying to go straight, but the banking and thing, yeah, you not.
His engine is gone.
Or maybe he tried to cause a yellow flag, but I mean, I don't know.
Nah, he's parked that one up.
And we're still racing, so
yeah, if it's not on the racing circuit, well, it was on the racing circuit.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
he was. So
not sure what iRacing was trying to achieve there.
That was weird, really weird.
Well, if it had gone yellow, then we'd have had more than half the field over a lap down. So,
well, they would have been able to put themselves between the safety car and the leader probably, because they would have pitted. So,
yeah.
You know. Oh, Rob has slowed down very early compared to Orlando.
Right.
Look at the gap.
Yeah.
They were together.
I don't think he's in a massive rush. I think he knows that he's got the speed over the longer distance. So this is lap 55, I think, for them, or 56. Oh wow!
That
Kurt
thing's
is still going.
Racing.
How has he not managed to trigger a yellow flag? That's unbelievable.
Imagine if you could have oil on the track.
Yeah.
That track will be completely smashed. No way you can get around it.
That's funny. Oh, can you imagine following that? You can't see anything.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hang on.
Bubba jumped Orlando in the pits. 20 seconds for Orlando, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was talking about the Undercut that here in action.
Yeah. I can't understand that. 22 seconds stop. Did he miss his pit box and have to reverse?
I don't know, but it's a very long one. Maybe he did some repairs, maybe.
I don't think he actually touched anything that I could see, but
well,
doesn't mean
I'm
he didn't.
Sure he had some kind of touch with Buck at some point, because I saw the rear a bit bent up, but I'm not sure that's worth some repairs. Maybe it was. But he's way down now.
He is. And where is... Oh, has everybody been in? Yes, yeah, it's weird. Oh, now it's triggered
yellow
yellow.
flag. There it is. Yeah, that was bound to happen. He's going out of the track, which is good.
Yep.
I don't get why we didn't add safety car before, and
I know.
we got one for that. Okay, that's
Strange.
weird iRacing thing.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so let's see what happens with this shuffle and see if any of the ones that pitted earlier are going to pit again under the caution. But because it's such a short lap, even under the pace car, would you even get a pit stop done? Well, they are going.
I would, yeah, I surely would. Like 10 laps tire when the other guys just went out.
Right.
It will pay on the long runs. It was good to have, the time without the safety car. It was good for Buck, Dick, for Dick and Rusty. Even Cletus. I don't understand why Cletus has not pitted.
No.
But yeah, these guys, they would have pitted surely, and get some new tires in. It doesn't really cost you much because the field isn't that big. Yeah, you only have 9 car now as Kurt is out.
Yeah, and will Chase Lower get Lucky Dog here?
He should, yes. He should, yes.
So he should get waved around the full field with 1 lap to go.
Exactly.
And I've seen so many people get Lucky Dog in official races and crash, trying to catch back up with the rear of the field, ready for the green. So I'll have to make sure he's disciplined. His car's still a bit beaten up, but of course there's no fast repairs in this series, so you really do have to sit there and get all your repairs done yourself under time. Don't know what Rusty was saying there, but it was something to do with the broadcast. And Rusty's busy catching up with the field by the look of it at the moment. And has managed to maneuver himself.
What he said was commentary are awesome without Clyde and Rusty himself, so all good. Keep it up, guys. I think that's what he said.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. So everybody will form up. Not sure how many laps iRacing will give us under caution. He'll wait for everybody to form. With 1 to go.
Rusty will pit again and try to get this damage repaired. Not if
I
1 to go, though.
Probably not, no. Will Kurt get the wave around here? Sorry, no, Chase get the wave around here. So we will double file restart, so we should be getting the instruction to go around, but he's not moving. And we will be going green here, I think, will we?
Yeah, that's the green. Coming to the green now.
Right. So he didn't get a wave around.
No, I don't quite know why.
More than 1 lap down and you don't get Lucky Dog for that.
You do whatever laps down you are. Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
As long as you're the first 1 lap down, you get it.
Oh, okay.
If I remember NASCAR rules, probably not.
Yeah. Away we go racing again. Buck Trendle is now your race leader. Our one-time race leader is in 4th at the moment. That's Orlando Wilson. And this is Bubba Versteuven underneath Cletus Bowmans, who's managed to get himself into 2nd place here after all that. That's a result for Cletus. But he is on older tyres, and he has just scraped the wall. Certainly pushing though. Damn it, they are
Rusty
so close.
sideways. Oh.
So close to just
almost
death.
touch with Wilson there. Oh,
Yeah.
That's tight racing.
There's Dick Newt Jr. Whoa! He got heavily on the brakes, and Orlando's got a massive run on Cletus here. Great control around turn 1 from Orlando Wilson.
Yeah, I think, you know, with Cletus having to back up and brake really hard on turn 1 to avoid ramming to Bubba, you know, the outside line is sure working like that, because, you know, you've got the speed, and if you can manage to put the front of your car alongside your car, then you've got the exit, and you can apply the forward. Job done.
Yep.
And he's got fresher tires. Over.
Yeah, by, what is it? It's about, I can't think.
Four laps.
4 laps? Yeah. Ooh, was that Rusty again?
That's Rusty again. I don't think he will finish this race.
No.
Well, to be honest and totally fair, he managed to keep it way longer than I was expecting. I was expecting him to be in the booth after the lap.
So, Cletus dropped a couple of places since the restart, but expected, really. All the cars behind him have got much newer tyres, much fresher tyres, I should say, and that means a lot around a track like this. The cars in front of him have got newer tyres as well, but not quite as new as those behind him. So, in theory, he could get shuffled right back here because he didn't pit under caution, which is what you called out, Sam.
Yeah, and look, he's now within range of strike from Dick, which...
Oh! Oh!
He's apologizing right away. But yeah, that's the second caution of the day, and I think it's Orlando's day over. Yeah, the car
that is a mangled Ford. I don't know who else got caught in that. Maybe it was just the two of them. I couldn't tell from the screen I was looking at.
I do think it's only the two of them.
Right. Look at the shape of the rear of his car. It's weird.
Wow.
Looks like he's...
too hard on the braking, and yeah. I mean, I'm sure Cletus can get away with it. A bit of damage, but still probably able to race. Where Orlando, that thing is going nowhere.
Smoke coming off it, but that's a heavy impact.
Yeah, he's in the pits, and I do think pit lane was not open. So yeah, he needs to go in from there. Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the car. He's not gonna be out in the next few laps. So
no.
Yeah.
He's fully redesigned that, hasn't he? Really.
Totally. Yeah. Now pit lane is open and everybody's in.
Yeah, full field, I would expect.
Well, I mean, they've been racing now for over 10 laps, so that means pit stop happened like 15 to 20 laps now for all of them. So, and you know, Dick is in as well, because if everybody is pitting, just pit with them. Doesn't make any sense to not do it.
To do a bit of work here, I need to get myself off slave camera onto local, get onto Rusty.
And look, by pitting now, Dick is already out.
Penalties.
And he's leading the pack now.
Clear penalties.
Oh, there it is.
Yes!
Man himself.
Man.
How's the wall?
Yeah, I tapped it like 6 times. And I was really struggling with the tires and getting the turn in because I was stubborn and didn't take Tyler's set. And now I clicked up the right rear suspension, now it's better.
Cool. I don't know how many of you have got black flags in there, but I've cleared a few already.
Tyler and me for sure, I'm not sure about Jamie.
I got Herb Goebel. I don't know about Jamie.
Just clear everyone.
Yeah, true. I'll just make my way through. Bubba. Yeah.
Why do you have to clear penalties, though?
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
Basically, what happened is that Ivan didn't overtook us. He was still on the crash, but he didn't have time to overtake us, and we went into the pit, and that's why we got the penalty.
Ah, okay. So that's stupid.
Yeah, it's just a stupid bug.
So pit lane is open, but if you pit, you get a penalty.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically, just because Ivan was there.
Okay, so it's Ivan's fault. So I would put a penalty on Ivan's, like to put him like 5 laps down.
And the weather is nice out here, so it's great. I did have some optionals, and they're now gone. This is pretty good for me.
I'll go back on a slave mode. And we're back again.
Alright.
Put me back to
Hopefully that's everybody.
You want to go back into your racing booth?
Can I?
Well, you can, only if I want to. Or you have to park your car and get it off. Alright, have fun on the restart, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Cool, right, so, bit of admin there required, whilst everybody got their black flags removed by me. So what was the cause of the black flag? I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying. I don't normally, to be fair. Well, anyway.
Apparently, pit lanes opened after 1 lap around, and Cletus had not go to the back of the field. So
right.
that's what caused the black flag, which doesn't make any sense to me, but
no.
It's done by a computer, so.
Yeah, and we're away again. Somebody wheel spin mass. Oh my god, this is going to end terribly.
3 white on 1.
Oh my god. Oh, they made it.
Close your eyes, you're in the middle.
And he's ploughing turn. Is that turn 1 now? Yep. 3 is that? I don't know where I am. Oh dear. Phoenix. Here comes Bubba again under Buck Trendle.
See, that's the outside line is really working at the you can't really get the groove out of the car, which is really awesome.
Your tyres grip up easier because you're not putting so much steering lock in, so you can get on the gas a bit sooner.
Yeah, and the turn is wider. Well,
Yeah. You go a longer journey for a start, but yeah.
That is true. So you burn more fuel, but you're using less for tires. Give and take.
Yeah, so that was a move under Buck Trendle there from Bubba, and now race leader Dick Newitt Jr. is the next target for Bubba Verschleven. Or is it? Because Buck Trendle's not letting this go. He's absolutely fighting this. It's good. I heard the sound of bending metal just then. Somebody's been in a wall somewhere, I'm fairly convinced. Oh, that was so close. But he's on the gas earlier than Bubba, and he's going to get this back. He's in the toe now as well. Oh, he's touched the wall there, but hopefully that's not race ending or car affecting. Bubba dropped a gear. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's unusual.
It's unusual, yeah.
I probably keep those in 4th gear, except at the road course, of course, and Martin did it maybe.
He's done it again. He's done it again here in the final turn. Gearing up to 4th. Didn't know you did that.
Yeah, he's racing this thing like a road car.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Someone tell him.
Oh, he's going sideways. Oh my god.
What a catch,
Brown for Bubba. Go Brown again. He's got Rusty on the outside.
Yeah, that's a lot of Code Brown. And Buck is giving Dick a ride for his journey. Oh no. Goodbye again. Come on, that Rusty thing.
Oh, you can't be so embarrassed by letting Rusty go through like that. gear together. Even a slide like that he had will cook the tyres for a time, so he's obviously been pacing it a little in order to cool them off again. Get back on it now. He's got a good drive here on Rusty. Holding him at bay just about, and then a little nudge from Rusty there, and a little apology in the chat. Buck Trendle closing in on the entrance to on the exits to the turn. He's alongside. That looks like a good overtake here, but like you're saying, the outside line holds the momentum and you can get on the gas that fraction earlier. Pull away, but that's very even, that. That's the job done, I think. Yeah, definitely. And I think Dick Newey Jr. had to do that, didn't he? Because Bubba was right there.
Yeah, again, we go on the first in. Dick managed to, take care of his tires for a bit more than Buck, and well, at least he was driving a bit slower, probably to take care of his tires, I don't know. But yeah, no, there you go.
What an overtake that was.
Oh, that's a touch.
Was that a nudge?
Well, what's a solid air touch?
Solid air nudge, yeah. I thought I could see clearly between. Ooh, did you see him scrape the wall?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was classic. Look at the jump he's got on Dick Newey Jr. now already.
As Dick cooked his tire, trying to, keep Buck behind him.
Yeah.
Flash your... Oh, no, you don't have flashlights.
Can't do it. No plastic.
Of course, I do know they have flashlights.
Yeah.
That was the joke. Yeah, okay, it's starting to get ridiculous now. Yeah, never mind.
Tell you what, Bubba is catching Buck Trendle reasonably quickly. By what Rusty was telling us before, they're about 14 laps away from the second round of pit stops, but they did pit under caution last time, so it won't be exact, I don't think. There's a lot of sideways motion there, isn't there, from Bubba? Steering wheel was crossed over, he's ploughing this corner. Yeah, he's dropping gears on last turn each time. I don't know that everybody's doing that. Buck Trendle certainly isn't. Coasting that all the way around in fourth. That might be the magic that Bubba has managed to work out in terms of getting speed. I don't think it's any good for your tyres though, because you'll be transferring lots of power through a lower gear, which means you've got more propensity to spin up. Junior staying in fourth. Rusty Kneecaps in fourth, you can tell by the sound of the revs. Caught Dick Newey Jr. now though, Rusty Kneecaps. The minute Buck Trendle is keeping Bubba away. He's fending him off. He was 1/10 faster last lap. Not the case this lap. He's visibly closed in. Possibly had a bit more of a measured approach to that last lap. Let's see what the times are as they cross the stripe. 1/10 back the other way again. So, although he's ploughed turn 1 again, Bubba. Onto him now. They both pitted their cars last on lap 70. Oh, I'm forgetting they pitted again, didn't they, on that last caution? I thought they were on lap 55 when they pitted last, but of course, last caution was on lap 70.
Yeah, which means the next pit stop, if he getting green flag runs, will be on lap 120.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a way to go yet before that. So. Belt yourself in, folks. This is your closest battle, and it's the battle for the lead, so can't ask for more than that from viewing any race. Formation driving here, both in different cars, obviously. That's the Ford in front, Ford 150, F-150, sorry, and the Toyota Tundra. I do like that.
That's a Chevrolet Silverado, not a Ford.
Eh?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep. That cross sign is Chevrolet.
I thought it was the Ford sign, apologies. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was Cletus and Orlando driving the Fords. My eyesight. Apologies, folks. So that's Herb Gobble Senior. Ooh. Did he tag the wall there?
Oh, yeah, and a big one.
Right. I was going to say with Dale Bogatire of Jr.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
That right side I've seen better days.
I think if he asked the groundkeepers at Phoenix, they'd give him some of the paint. He doesn't need to steal it on his car. So still in the same order here. And obviously you can see they're turning pretty much identical laps. Last one was a 14.7 and a 14.74, so 400ths in it, that's all. Ooh, that's a ploughed corner. Bubba very, very high, and he'll lose a massive amount of ground now. He'll probably suffer for that for quite a while. Next corners will feel horrible unless he can take them slowly enough, which means losing time. And he was nearly 4/10 slower on that last lap as a result. No, 2/10 over the lap, 4/10 just in one sector. These three are squashed together now. Rusty leading the way here. It's Dale Bogatire Jr. and Herb Goebel Sr. that we saw scraping the wall just a little bit back. Do we have Orlando Wilson back in the race? Yes, we do. So he's managed to get his gear as fixed as he can do, because it never repairs it fully, does it? I mean, the mechanics aren't all armed with Harry Potter's wand. They can't just mend the entire thing back to factory specification. So, ooh, that was a very confident manoeuvre there from Herb. Rusty's telling him his truck's seen better days, but it went past Rusty like he was standing still, so I'm not sure if that's just locker room talk rather. And at the front, as we were. He's managed to bring that gap back in again after ploughing whichever turn it was. Sure, he just touched the wall there as well, so he's out on the horrible stuff at the moment. That's very wide, but he'll get lots of drive now. And he has forged ahead. So Bubba Versleven takes the lead of the race. We just passed halfway and I didn't notice. And this Chimera 200 race at Phoenix. You're watching BSTV. So we're calculating we're about 17 laps from the next pit stop. Rusty.
I wonder if that's a wall from our global. Oh,
yes. It is. Oh, that was a big hit.
A big hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite hard. And another one.
Again?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It looked like he was doing really well after his previous one.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be that right front tires, to be honest with you.
No, true.
I think that thing has seen the wall very closely for a few times now.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to be his front axle either, because I think that might be slightly bent if he's struggling to turn the car. Still trying to keep going though. I mean, you've got to, haven't you? Hit the car in a race like this, not under caution, and you're going to lose masses of time. You're going to be laps down, you'll probably never get back.
Well, 1 or 2 laps, depending on where you are on the track and how far behind you are from the leaders. And if you're well outside of the pit window, yeah, that's your race done, probably. Mm-hmm. Even with the Lucky Dog thing, I don't think you can get it back. You know, it's tough. Like, Cletus is still 1 lap down, and he's not managed to close the gap back. He's way behind the leaders, which are on the start finish line at the bottom of the map, and we've got Cletus in red on the track map.
Yeah, he's way back. There's no way he's going to pull that back, I don't think. What is the rule for the Lucky Dog thing? Because we didn't get one on that last caution. There must have been some rule that excluded him from being the Lucky Dog. Was it because he was part of the incident?
Yeah, it might have been that, yes. Yeah. Or a session setting mistake, which I'm not gonna call.
No, I don't know whether we got a Lucky Dog on the last caution because, well, yeah, I'm just not sure because that should have been Kurt Blatt, shouldn't it?
Should have.
No, he's not circulating there, so maybe that was it.
Oh no, would have been lower.
Chase. Yeah, Chase lower, yeah. So this is Dale Bogatyrev Jr. overtaking Dick Newitt Jr. Or trying to and not quite doing it. He's up 5 positions from his start position, which is brilliant. I know there's a few people throwing it at the scenery, but very controlled race so far from Dale Bogatyrev Jr. Still on the lead lap, in 4th place, fighting for a podium.
He was a bit down on the first. Oh, he's speeding now. Ooh, that's very early though.
It is.
Well, 10 laps early.
Yeah.
Oh, and Herb is in as well.
Yeah, Herb might be there for a while. Although he's forging on, so he's not going to... You're going to lose masses of time repairing your car, aren't you? So, last time there was pit stops, there was crashes, and then we got cautions. So, this one's been a bit of a tasty one so far. It's been quite good.
Yeah, more action than the previous race, to be honest.
Yeah. Bubba has not been allowed to sprint away here. Buck Trendle has kept it calm and has kept him well within reach. There goes Dale Bogatyrev Jr. again. We'll have to wait and see when they all cycle through where everybody comes out. That's his 4th pit stop, so he must have pitted twice in close succession earlier. Maybe that's why he's pitted 10 laps early. That's his 4th visit to the pit road.
That is true. I haven't noticed it.
I didn't.
Pits, so.
No, I didn't either. I've just noticed it on the screen there now.
I have no clue when that happened.
No, I think he went in under green, and then when the caution came out for the first one, he pitted again. Then he pitted again on the second caution, and that was his 4th one just there. So I think that's why he's able to do it 10 laps earlier.
Yeah, probably, but you know, Dick Newitt did the same, Rust did the same, they are both on 3 pit stops.
Oh, true, yeah, true.
So I still think that is 10 laps too early.
Fair enough. And these two are just doing the same time basically each lap at the moment. I don't know whether Buck is managing to save any fuel, getting any kind of influence from the toe of Bubba. I mean, you'd expect the two Chimera boys to have wanted to put at least one car on the top step at the Chimera 200.
Well, after giving us all that money, they haven't paid yet, by the way, if you're listening to the broadcast of the race. You still owe us big time. Okay.
Millions.
Yeah, millions. We need to retire now. So come on, get the money in. Just kidding, guys. It's just a couple $1,000. No
yeah, forget the millions, just the thousands will do, yeah.
But Buck is doing a great job keeping up with Bubba. So he's, you know, seeing Bubba's speed, he managed to start at the back, get through the field, and get back to Buck and Orlando at that time before the first caution came out. He managed to, you know, to keep with them and get back to them in the first place, which was a great deal. And now Bubba is keeping. He's not managing to get away from Buck, which is a good thing for Buck. I mean, we'll see at the end of the race, but that's a good sign. He got the speed to, you know, get at it with Bubba.
Yeah, and when we were mentioning about lap times earlier, so they qualified on 28.2s, 28.3s. Their bests are obviously not as fast as they're qualifying. That's like 28.5s and 6s. They're currently doing like 30s. So the way that the tyres go off, they go off rapid and then they go off for ages. And I don't remember on this track tyres ever coming back to you, which on certain tracks they can do. They can evolve back in your favour. But we'll have to see what happens at this race. No new we've got Chase Loert Sr. in the pits. Sneaked in while I was talking. Should be exiting pit road and right now actually. Buck Trendle doing, again, still matching lap times. On
what
earth
was
that?
What's going on?
Did he
I
get
think
on
he
the
just
gas too
heard
soon?
how many illness. So, oh, the wall. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh no! Wow. So I think he was on the gas too early.
Yeah.
And he ploughed it into. Ah, right. Okay.
Let's try to watch that from the inside of the car just to see how it infield for him.
Back. Oh no! All right.
Oh
dear.
That jump on the curb, go to the infield, it's just wow.
Yeah.
And straight into the pits.
Yeah, he'll go in to assess that. He's away straight away, pretty much.
Yeah, 15-second pit stop, so it's not that long. Only tires in field. But he's now a lap down.
We'll have to see what happens once Bubba's been in and the other two, so Dick Newitt Jr. and Rusty, still out. Although they have pitted one time more than Bubba.
Yeah, because of the cushion.
Yep.
So they're all on the pit on lap 17.
And look at this. Bubba is closing in on lapping Rusty. And that means he's almost lapped the entire field.
Yeah, with that issue for Buck, it's probably gonna hurt him. He's gonna have the benefit of the undercut with the new tires, but the car got some damage, I'm sure.
Yep.
And Bubba's in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's probably thinking, I don't want anything to do with trying to overtake Rusty. Because in oval racing, you don't have to give up your position when the leader's behind you. I mean, it's probably best practice to do it.
Blue flag doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's in one big race, and you don't want to go laps down because, it's disadvantageous to do so.
And these keep getting laps in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the plan is, but
no,
might pay off at the end.
Yeah. Rusty still going as well.
Well, that will probably put him a lap down when he hits the pits.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best option for Rusty to stay out. Because he will be a lap down, as I said, and if there's a caution. Well, he will be the first one lap down, probably. But still, it's probably not the best place to be.
No way, you want to be on lead lap as much as you can.
Or maybe these guys are hoping for a caution later on, but not too late. That way they can get the pit stop done on the caution, and the other guys will come in as well.
True, yeah. I mean, these guys are... I mean, they last pitted on lap 70. They've done 57 laps now. I suppose you don't have to cut it into quarters, but everybody else seems to be using that as a theme. Oh dear. From that camera angle, it looked like he was absolutely piling it in. Look at that, new rubber. It's like you were saying, it's not going to pay to stay out, is it? Because the other cars are going to be super quick against you now.
Yep. Yeah, he will gain that speed back when he will beat, but yeah, I don't see this working for Welding. Well,
no, look at the way that... Yeah, look how the other cars are catching him and just blasting past him. I mean, Buck Trendle's got damage. That's Herb, is it? Passing him.
Yep.
Herb's got it's just got a chassis really with an engine in it that's just about going after all the hits he's had.
But they're still going.
Maybe they're waiting to see if there's a caution comes out and they can hold people like laps behind them.
Yeah, but the thing is, with these very, very old tires, they might be the one triggering the caution.
Yeah. It's a great point, actually.
Oh, I thought it was going in, but no.
No.
Going.
You need to drop below that yellow line. Otherwise, it's weird. You kind of tip in off the banking, and it really destabilises the car. Look how he's crawling around the corner compared to the other guys at the minute. There must be a tactic in it. I don't believe that Dick Newitt Jr. would do this unless there was a benefit to it.
Can he stretch it out even further and make it no pit stop to the end after this one?
Even then, Bubba is only 4.5 seconds behind him now.
Yeah, but a pit stop puts you 1 lap down.
Pit stop puts you 1 lap down. Yeah.
So he would be almost 1 lap down by pitting now. But then he will gain a bit of that as he will have fresher tires.
Yeah.
And if he managed to not pit till the end of the race after that and Bubba come back, Bubba will lose a lap.
Yes.
So you know what, I want to go there. I don't know if that's clear enough, but I do think it's trying to stretch this thing as much as it can, avoid pitting twice at the end of the race.
It's definitely another alternative strategy. The only problem he's got is that Bubba's catching him by 1.8 seconds a lap.
He's there.
He's there. All right. Okay. Around the outside, Bubba goes. He's ploughed the corner a little, but he's going to get brilliant drive, isn't he? He's got way newer tyres. Loads of traction. And off he goes. So, this is going to be interesting to see how these different tactics pan out by the end of the race.
They're almost on 70 laps on this stint, and there will be 60 laps to go.
Okay.
See where I'm going?
Yeah.
So that will be the 65 lap on the stint. If he pits on the next lap, he's halfway through the stint. Well, halfway through the end of the race from the previous pit stop. Which means no pit stop after this one.
So they really want to keep it going. I wonder when the threshold, the crossover happens where it becomes disadvantageous to just keep going. Oh, hang on. That was a lot of smoke on pit entry. I don't know whether there's a penalty coming Rusty's way.
Maybe one, we will watch that again after, but I want to see.
Yeah.
No, we're still going.
No, he's going again.
All right, let's watch that pit entry back again.
So into the last turn. That's not the last turn, is it? No, it is quite quick, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a penalty, sure. He went way too fast. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Not even. No, he's already out.
Oh, and here comes the race leader.
Dig is in. Yep.
Oh, what was the race leader?
So, yeah, I'm sure that was. Yeah, but they used NASCAR rules. You know, if you stop the cars and.
Between the lines, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So he got away with it. No.
If that was on a road course, he'd have got busted for that. Too fast entering.
Yeah, he just passed Dale Bucatari Jr., but he's 1 lap down over Dale. Dick's still in.
Maybe this isn't working out for the
And
BSTV
he's 1 lap
boys.
down on Bubba Verstappen.
I don't know where this is going now. NASCAR rules. They confuse me at the best of times.
They will have speed into their cars. You know, they have like 14 laps fresher tires on Bubba, almost 20 over Buck Prendle. So, you know, they will be a bit faster. So they might catch Bubba before he pits.
And
then Bubba will be 1 lap down. Well, yeah, they will be on the same lap. Which, you know, after that, it's a big gamble. I'm not seeing it working for the end of the race.
No.
But, you know, a collision might still happen. So we don't know.
So, on lead lap at the moment, we have... Is it just the three of them? Bubba, Buck and Dale? Or... Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I do think Dick can get it back. He's only a bit over 9 seconds behind Bubba Verstappen on the track, and he's got, like I said, way fresher tires. So if he can do it in the next 10 laps, also after that it's gonna be tough because he will lose all of that good fresh of the tires.
Yeah, he's not eaten into Bubba's lead yet, as in he's not turning laps faster yet. We'll see what happens once we record this lap. So last lap he was 1/10. Is that faster? Yep. The moment over the rest of the field is 11 seconds. So now we're in Texas territory, which is what he did there. Only exciting once the BSTV boys start catching others around the track. Like this, for instance. Yeah. Because they're going to go sailing through for a number of laps, or maybe for the rest of this stint, or the other car stints rather. But then that'll come back at them, won't it, when everybody else pits?
Yeah, for now, Dick is slapping way faster than Bubba, like by 4.3 this lap. With on a 20 seconds lap, it's quite a lot.
It is, yeah.
But he's still, I don't know, 6-7 seconds behind Bubba, which is a lot.
Yeah. And that's just to get back onto lead lap.
Yeah, there's that as well. He's one lap down, so
yeah,
it's gonna be a tough night for these guys.
Rusty kneecaps closing in. Oh, and is that Cletus? Yep, Cletus Bauman's. For complete. Approaching the 3/4 race completion mark. Oh, of course, I'm looking at Cletus's lap count, and it's Bubba's, and Bubba's done 2 more than this, so we're on lap 147. So Tundra looks pretty much immaculate. So a little creasing on the front right wheel arch, but that's all there is to show for any kind of damage on Bubba Verstappen's car. Dale Bogatyrov Jr.'s car in front, which means he will have now lapped, once he, if he manages to, of course, he will have lapped up to 3rd place, with only Buck Trendle, the 3rd, still to put behind him. To 3rd place, 1 lap down. seems to be turning laps about 3/10 quicker than the race leader. If he was 6 seconds behind on track, then he's going to have to either push harder, which is not going to be great for his tyres, or wait for Bubba to drive a lot slower. So, everybody's a bit strewn out. On January 30th, this series goes to Michigan, 2009 track, again because it's freebie. And our round 8 is actually on February 13th for the Sonoma Cup circuit, which is a road course. And that's where the series will round itself out. That'll be quite an interesting one because trucks around Sonoma, I have done that actually. They're so difficult going up that first hill into turn 2, 3, 4 and over the crest there. That can be quite a shock to the system. Is the Cup one the one with the carousel, Sam?
I would guess the Cup one. I don't see. Well, in real life they do race the Cup one, I think. So there's no point doing the other one.
No. So that'll be pretty tasty for the remaining 2 races of the season. Michigan, I always found, was such a bumpy track. Even in a Cup car, and you're flying around there, once you go around turn 1 and 2, that back straight is just bouncing you all over the place. And I've seen cars just crash in a straight line going around that track. So Trundle still ticking off the laps here, trying to keep ahead of race leader Bubba Verschluven Senior, of course. Doesn't want to go a lap down any more than anybody else. The only problem is Bubba is turning laps a little faster than him still. Obviously, Buck's got a bit more damage, or a lot more damage really, seeing as Bubba's car's pretty much immaculate. Dale Guitarev Jr., 3rd place. Still fairly damage free, this car. A little bit of a crease in the back of it there. And then on the right hand side here at the right front, crease on the wheel arch, so not too bad. Just needs to keep it out of the walls for the remainder of the race. Got quite a lot to do in order to catch Buck Trundle. It's 15.3 seconds further up the road.
Yeah, and Dick Newitt now on screen is only 4.7 seconds behind Dale.
I mean, in all the laps we've seen, yeah, but he's only taken 1.3 seconds off him. He needs to do a lot better than that, doesn't he, to unlap himself before Bubba pits. Maybe it will work out. I'm totally lost with it. We're on lap 160 now, just. You can see the track map. We've got a couple of paired up cars, but they're not on the same laps as one another. And we've got Herb Goebbels Senior's just entered the pits. So, Tyro. Scheduled stop for Dale. It's in his box. Get the car serviced. We should have some more visitors soon to pit road, with the exception of the BSTV boys, who we think are going the full distance from that last pit stop. That was very close. And that's Rusty in the wall again a little bit, I think. As soon as you go off your normal line on a track like this, it's so off-putting, isn't it? It's easy just to roll nonchalantly into the wall.
Yeah, you might catch it when you've got very fresh tires, but after that it's just, yeah. You're just drifting out, and there's not much you can do. Just pray to avoid the wall, but often it doesn't pay off. No.
So many times that you're just like, nope, nope, nope. Do you remember Dave Jansen? No wall, no wall. screaming at the set.
Yeah, I've raced with him once on the Nürburgring 24. That was quite funny.
Yeah. He's great, actually. Good fun.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen these guys.
No, not since Phantom 71 for me. The lasting thing about oval races is, even if you are miles in the lead, it's amazing what can happen to leaders. All you need is one little loss of concentration, a little bobble where you didn't expect it, a back marker doing something you didn't realise, and that's it. Total race changer.
Yeah, having a wobbly in front of you, clipping the wall, spinning around.
Yep.
And maybe you crash into him, and then your race is done.
Yep. Similarly to what happened to Orlando earlier in the race, after he wasn't leading at that point, I don't think. I think he was in second. Trendle is now 21 seconds behind Bubba Versluven. That means by the fact that they're doing 29-second laps, he's only 8 seconds behind him. And at that point, he'll have lapped the entire field. Now, the time that Bubba was on pit road was lap 124, which means he should be in at lap 174, unless he's going to stretch it right out to the very last lap. I don't know whether they can on fuel. Any ideas, Sam?
Well, we saw BSTV boys do way more, but they will have, like Bubba and his mates, they will have to pit before the BSTV guys. Well, they will have to pit before the end of the race, in fact.
Right.
I don't think they will stretch it like 70 laps. I do think it will be a bit too much. Especially seeing the times now. Bubba is doing 29.4, which is quite fast when you compare it to Dick Newitt, which is saving fuel probably to get to the end of the race. 29.8 with fresher tires.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's worrying, isn't it? If you're anybody but Bubba. You look at Dale Bogatyrev, he's just been in and out of the pits 10 laps ago or so, doing a 28.8. So that new rubber, those feel goods, doing what they need to for Dale. And he's closing rapidly. I was going to say a bit too rapidly then, because he looked like he was on a collision course with rusty kneecaps. But this will put him into 5th overall. This is a race for position. Not really worked out where he's going to do the overtake yet, I don't think. But the speed is significant. Rusty's giving him a good fight here, to be fair. He's putting his car in horrible places for Dale.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think he will be able to, keep him behind the wall race.
No,
and that's
definitely
what
not.
can lead to a caution flag.
Yep. Definitely.
Especially with Rusty.
Yeah. So he's trying to do the cutback and stay down and also carry the speed. You think that with those tyres, you'd probably just go around the outside.
Yeah. Ooh, whoa. Yeah. That's. I'm sure that was a touch.
Be interested to see that, and just
Yeah.
didn't know whether it was or not, but
Wobbly, if it was, can you spin, please? That would be funny if he does.
you got no lights.
25 to go.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that was a little rub on the wall from Rusty, I think, as well.
I think we can take that as a spin. So they did touch.
Yeah. There goes down. Oh, he's not doing it though, is he? Not just yet. Although Rusty's now on the dirty stuff, so he's going to drop in now. Even less grip out there than he had before, so off Dale goes into 5th place. So, oldest tyres on track at the moment are Buck Trendle's. He last pitted 55 laps. Oh, hang on. Yes. Well done, Sam, the cameraman. Bubba, our race leader, has entered pit road. There goes Dick Newitt Jr. to unlap himself. And here comes Buck Trendle. And Cletus Bauman. Now then, where are we here? So there goes Bubba, leaving after turn 1. And Buck's just crossed the line, so he is... Sorry, Dick has just crossed the line, and he is 12, 10 and a half seconds back. So that's definitely put Dick Newitt Jr. in 2nd. Maybe that's what he was always racing for. And he's 15 and a half seconds ahead of Buck Trendle. Did you hear that, Sam?
The in-game chat?
Yeah.
No, I don't have it live.
Rusty shouting for us to throw a yellow.
Do it yourself, mate.
Cletus Bauman is still in the pits. Oh,
Yeah,
now
very,
he's going.
very
There we
long
go.
pit stop.
Very hard. A penalty in that, maybe?
We'll see. Oh, wrong one. Let's see.
It's the last turn. No, it's very pedestrian. As in normal?
Well, it depends, because, you know, maybe it did go faster in the pit lane, and we don't have, you know, they don't have a tachometer in this car, so they have to do it manually, and if you went a bit too fast, maybe you got one penalty, but yeah, it would be out of style for us.
True. Right, so that is Bubba on the back of Buck Trendle. So he's now put in 3rd place, a lap down again. Only it's a different car this time. He's not managing it just yet, because of course these guys pitted on the same lap. There we go, he's managed to get the job done now. Buck's going to fight back here though. And then has to concede. Obviously your race leader, he's got a 19-second lead over Dick Newitt Jr. Who's way further back down the track obviously, and then 10 seconds behind Dick Newitt Jr. is Buck Trendle, who Bubba has just overtaken, and then Dale Bogatyrev a further 9 seconds sorry, further back than that. And then we find Rusty Kneecaps in 5th place, another 10 seconds behind him. Cletus Bauman's still on track and circulating. There's quite a bit of time further back though, 54 seconds, so a few laps further back for him. Chase Lowert Senior, 18 seconds further back still. And then you've got Herb Goebel Senior, 1 minute and 4 seconds behind. And then another 10 minutes, 10 seconds to Orlando, who had that massive impact earlier in the race. "14 laps to go. As Bubba overtakes Orlando Wilson. Got another lap on him. He's absolutely flying at the minute. The only car, he was the only car in the 28s until Cletus Bowman's just did a 28.99. To go coming up once Bubba crosses the line again,
and the gap between Dick and Buck is now 5.2. It's closing.
But it is. So I think we might well be onto a final lap effort here. He has got Rusty behind him, who could possibly make Buck's journey past more difficult than it needs to be and protect his teammate. Buck's turning laps of a 29.3. Dick Newt Jr. doing 29.8, so half a second faster a lap at the moment, and Rusty slower still. So he'll definitely catch Rusty, and we'll have to see what he manages to do when he does catch him. So Rusty gets out of the way for the race leader, Bubba. Super smooth, doesn't he? Like he's been doing it his entire life at the minute.
Yeah, and he's almost on Dick now, which is second car on track, and that's gonna be a lap down for second position. I mean, we should put a penalty on Bubba right now, just to spice things up. And even with that, I mean, you would still be able to win it because just the drive through pit lane. I don't think it's gonna hurt him too much.
Yeah. And there it is. That's the full field. One lap down at least. And here comes Buck Trendle with Rusty in full view.
Yeah, just in front of Rusty, you can see on the corner it's Tyler. Well, Dick. So,
yep.
You know.
That was a bit of a twitch.
Oh, that was very close to the wall. 6 to go now.
6 to go. Right, let's see how
under
much
3 seconds
Rusty does.
Well, I don't think Rusty out.
Well, all he can do is put his car in a horrible position so that Buck has a real job to get past, but his overspeed is going to be enormous.
Yeah, bike crash and close to caution as well.
Yeah. Gonna try and force him out here. Ooh. Wow, he got a bit of wheel spin, but he's done the job, I think. Gives Rusty a bit of a squeeze and makes him panic.
I think
now
that was another kiss to the wall.
Was it?
Well, look close, yeah. 2 seconds now.
Yeah, he's got the tractor beam out now on Dick Newt Jr. This is going to be close. 4 to go. And at the minute, they're going to finish 1, 2, 3, only Bubba is a lap ahead. What are the lap times at the minute? Dick Newt Jr. doing a 29.7 and Buck's doing a 29.7, so it's just neutralised at the moment. He was absolutely hauling him in as well. Anything more for Buck Trendle on this one? 29.6 for Dick Newt Jr. 29.3 for Buck Trendle. He's going to have to do a lot better than that to catch him before the end of the race here. 2 to go.
Coming up with the white flag. There you go, white flag. 1 to go.
1 to go for Bubba Verschluven.
He's a bit too far from Dick.
Yeah, he's not going to manage this. He was nearly 3/10 faster again that lap, but it's just not going to be enough here, I don't think. Unless there's a mistake made somewhere. There we go. Your race winner, folks. Bubba Verschluven Jr. Dick Newt Jr. hangs on for second, with Buck Trendle the third in third.
And that was a good strategy call from Dick. Yeah.
Yeah. It really was. I didn't see it at first. Rusty's decided he's going to park it facing the wrong way. That was actually an exciting race in in individual pockets of activity. Obviously, we had a couple of yellows and a few crashes. Shame about Orlando. And then we get another dominant performance. Strangest donut ever from Bubba Verschluven.
I think he completely missed that.
There we go, he sorted himself out now.
That just means tires are too good.
Yep.
That's gonna end up in the wall. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, he's tagged it now. Is he going again for more? He is.
And while he is ready for the race, Bubba Verschluven Senior first with 1 lap down. Dick Newitt Jr. with just a second in front of Buck Trendle. Then Dale Bocatarev, Rusting Kneecaps, Cletus Bowman's Chislowart, Herb Goebel, and Orlando Wilson, which finished the race, even with all the damage he had, which is great. And Kurt Bleth not finishing. So this is our only rage quit. Well, can we really call it a rage quit? I don't know, but that means people said on the poll 75% for 4 rage quits.
Yeah.
People, come on. And 25% for 6 rage quits. So you completely missed that out.
Positive thinking, clearly. Right, let's start the interviews. And it seems only fair that we start our interviews with Bubba Verschluven. Congratulations, Martijn. Another imperious victory.
Yeah, thank you. It was a nice drive.
It was. You started at the back and you did that intentionally. I'm assuming that's so that you could avoid all the carnage that could have ensued and being in the mob of cars piling into turn 1 and then the final turn particularly, because that's the pure evil one on this track in my opinion. And then stealthily and steadily made your way through the field with a huge amount of patience.
Yeah, the first lap I thought just stay in the back, just see what happens, and then gradually work to the front. And I don't know what happened to Buck in the end, because when I passed him, he was behind me, and then suddenly he was a few seconds away.
Well, I do think Pig do not remember, but he slightly clipped the wall and lost it on the grass. He went over the curb that leads to the infield and went sideways on the track. That was, well, sideways with the wheel not facing the track.
Yeah, that's
He
managed to save that and keep going, though.
Yeah, it was an impressive catch. And you've lapped the entire field and put everybody at least 1 lap down on you. Tell us about any other points in your race.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. Till lap 100, I think, to the halfway point, it was fairly difficult. I lost the first pit stop. I had no fuel. I forgot to pit. So
forgot to pit completely.
Yeah. So the engine stopped in turn 3, so I could roll to my pit box. But
okay. Oh dear. We didn't catch that. We didn't realise that was going on. So amazing you've managed to do that. I mean, it's a benefit that this track is so flat, right? Because on some tracks, I don't know. Sometimes they go a bit uphill into pit road.
Yeah.
So, it's
got lucky.
Yeah. But yeah, great racing. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we go and let you celebrate again? You did some good donuts eventually just then, we saw.
Yes, it's a small track.
Yeah.
But no, I want to thank you guys for the excellent broadcast again. I was listening to it during the race, so thanks for that. And yeah, let's see you on the next one.
Some stuff. In that case, Bubba Verschluven Senior, we will see you next time out.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers now. Right. Need to get rid of you first, don't I? Totally forgot. There we go. Right, next one is Buck Trendle. Let's get Buck in. So, Buck Trendle, the third. You managed to finish third.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in my judges' points.
Oh, right, okay. Go on then.
So for my
for your
and my somersault.
acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah. I brought you in just so I can put Tyler's nose out of joint because he finished second. You were catching Dick Newitt Jr. quite quickly towards the end there, weren't you? And about 0.3 a lap, but still not quite enough to overhaul the different tactic that Dick Newitt Jr. Put on the track.
I'll be honest, I didn't know he was doing it until about 8 laps to go. So,
right, okay.
I had not been paying attention to that once I'd had the collision and realised I was off pace. It was the case of, well, I'm not losing time to the people behind me, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I should have spotted it, but I didn't.
And you're clearly an aficionado with doing acrobatics with trucks. Where did you get your experience from?
That was my first experience.
Well,
So
you did a fantastic job.
I've got 10s all round, hopefully.
Yeah. How did you manage to keep control of that? Was it just pure luck?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that's impressive.
It certainly went nose first, and thankfully didn't spin on me. So.
And did you and Orlando have a strategy at the beginning of the race, which clearly got revoked, if you did, by his exit? Sorry?
Yeah, wing it.
Wing it, right, okay, yeah. It is a fun league. We don't expect anybody to be investing masses of time in it, but sometimes you say we'll pair up at some point and run the race together, do a bit of drafting or whatever.
We were surprised to get 1-2 in the first stint, and we just went, well, we know the tyres are going to die, so let's just stick with this. We're not losing time to the people behind, so we'll just keep going. And yeah, got to then Versluven started coming through, as he does. It was a kind of... I don't know what I could have done to take the barrels to him, to be honest. They were rapidly fast. I know I had damage. I had like 2 minutes of optional repairs. Whether that was what was costing me the half a second a lap, I don't know, or whether he turned his afterburners on, I can't tell you.
Yeah, I think landing your car out of orbit probably did a bit of damage to your car. But beyond that, what a fantastic race you ran today. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you disappear?
Yep, yeah, you guys for broadcasting, hosting, running the league, etc. Everyone for turning up, and Jamie for, obviously we were running in practice, trying to work with our very, very limited knowledge, try and make some sort of change to the track, and I think we hit something today, so that was lucky. It won't work next time, I'm sure.
Well, you did a fantastic job, and we'll see you next time out.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, now we shall try and get Orlando into the booth. Maybe I've wound him up enough by missing him out. So Orlando, no, Dick Newitt Jr. Sorry, I've got the... What am I doing? Dick Newitt Jr., how are you doing? Second place. Changed your strategy quite dramatically and tried to do it with your teammate at the same time. Where did that come from? Because it's worked out for you brilliantly.
Well, yeah, to an extent. I mean, if that caution had fallen 5 laps later, I think it would have worked even better for me.
Yeah.
You know, we had to... Wobbly and I had to save the entire extent of both of the last 2 stints. And I think with a slightly later caution, we could have made it work more easily. But of course, then, you know, Martin might have caught on or Simon might have caught on and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with second, considering I hadn't turned a lap before the attached practice session and made a setup I liked all in that hour we had. So yeah, it could have been worse for sure.
Yeah, and we saw all your pit stops seem to go very well, and we expected a lucky dog, which we didn't get, but we think it's because the individual was part of the incident in question.
Yeah, that'll stop a lucky dog from happening.
And then because that was Orlando's massive impact with the wall. We'll talk to you in a second about that. And then obviously everybody got black flags because you all pitted, I think, in a way that iRacing didn't like.
Yeah, the problem was Ivan, who was involved in the wreck, was scored ahead of everybody but Martin and Simon. And I think he was thinking he didn't want to pass us and get in front of us to, I don't know, not mess us up or something. But
Right.
it meant that we all got black flags when we came down pit lane. So fortunately, someone was monitoring the driver chat to clear him.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those situations, the very small gaps within the iRacing automated race control where it doesn't really know what's going on and how to affect things. So, but it was all right. That's the benefit of league racing, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it was just, I had a car and a setup that was really good in 3 and 4, which was nice because the only place you could really pass without a massive tire difference was 1 and 2. So I think for a while I had Simon behind me, and I was good enough in 3 and 4 that I could pull a gap going into 1 and 2, and leave him behind me when we were all fighting on equal fuel strategy and whatnot. So that was a lot of fun. I was kind of hoping I would get to fight one or both of them at the end for position, but ended up just kind of in my own little world there.
And we got Michigan next time out. My least favourite oval because it was so bumpy. I actually saw people crashing in a straight line. I mentioned it in the chat. What are your thoughts on Michigan?
It's a track I like, but don't do particularly well at. So we'll see how it goes with the trucks. I think in general, most of the guys here are just better at saving tires than me. It's not something that I used to be quite good at, and then I stopped racing oval and stopped being so good at it. So
Right.
I've kind of lost that skill relative to some of the other guys in the league, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out there. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome stuff. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
You guys for doing the broadcast, for sure. Wobbly for doing the race. And not holding people up, but defending for me was nice at the end to make sure I had a comfortable margin to Simon. And yeah, if only he'd used my setup, maybe we could have had second and third.
In that case, congratulations on your second place tonight, Tyler Newitt.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. And last into the booth, and we should definitely have a chat with him because his car was utterly redesigned, is a man of many names, Orlando, Jamie Wilson.
Hello.
Hello. You were doing great. You were leading the race. You had your teammate behind you. Other people decided to get involved in the first crash, first caution rather. Everybody pitted. You came out. There was a bit of reshuffling going on, and then you got turned into the wall. And what an impact! That was massive.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise. I had no idea it was coming.
No, I mean,
maybe jump.
Yeah, it looked like. I mean, these cars, these trucks rather, they don't take much, does it, to make them do stuff? And on some of these older circuits where the tarmac's just like glass, once you lose adhesion, you're just a passenger. All of that probably played into it, but yeah, it was a nudge on your left rear quarter panel, and then you were just a passenger after that, weren't you?
Yeah, I think nudge might be a bit charitable.
Oh, was it much more in the truck? Ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a roll cage tester.
Oh, right. We'll call it punt then. We'll call it punt.
Yeah. But also the other thing with these trucks is, of course, they weigh an awful lot, and I'm sitting in one, so that doesn't help that. So yeah, if it's going to go in the wall, it's going to hurt. It'll hurt the truck more than anything else. Really.
Yeah. Obviously had massive damage. You were in there for 10.5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. But I thought I'd better keep going just because, A, why not? B, someone else might go out and lose more than 27 laps. And I couldn't bother to get out of the seat, so I thought I might as well do this while I'm here.
Yeah, good to see people finishing the races even with the damage, because you're right, anybody can bin it at any point. Just like what happened to you, it can happen to anybody at any point.
Yeah.
We were saying this when Martine was running his last 10 laps. Nothing's guaranteed. Anybody can make a mistake in front of him, load of smoke. He thinks he's on a clear line, and that's the end of his race. You could have picked up another 4 positions. You just don't know.
Yeah,
so
there's a few moments out there. Tyler was had a couple of laps when I was behind him. I noticed he was quite loose for a period there. So
yeah, absolutely. And we got Michigan next time out. Thoughts on Michigan?
It's been a very long time since I drove something there. I think can't remember if it was in the Classic IndyCar Series. Now that I say that, but the yeah, it's a very wide track, lots of different lines that can work. So that'll be quite interesting.
Be good for the trucks as well. Gives you plenty of room to
Yeah,
hopefully avoid one another.
it may well be a pack race in these potentially.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that could be. Any shout outs before we let you go?
Yep, to yourselves for doing the broadcast. To Sam for spinning yesterday. Thanks, Sam.
You're the one responsible for my damage.
And yeah, to Jason Wilson, I guess.
Absolutely. Can't miss him out. In that case, congratulations on finishing tonight, Orlando Wilson III.
Cheers, guys.
So, that was a much more interesting race than I expected. And not necessarily for all the reasons I expected it to be. We had a couple of cautions, which we've not had in previous races. We had black flags to clear. We had cars getting demolished nearly. I thought tonight was thoroughly exciting. The strategy at the end kept us going right till the very last lap. And then teammates came into play, which we've not seen too much of before. Yeah, a little evolution on the trucks for us. What are your thoughts, Sam?
Well, it was a great race, and that tactical move from Tyler and Rusty at the end, it finally paid off for Dick. You know, it was great. I wasn't thinking that would be possible, but yeah, 2nd place for that strategy. Good call. Well done.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We're not gonna even talk about the guy in front. I mean, he's not racing a truck; he's racing a cup car. I'm telling you.
Yeah, great racing from Martijn Verschleven tonight. So very quickly, if you are new to this and you didn't watch it last night, why didn't you? But we have GT4 TCRs. I've forgotten again where we're at on Wednesday. It is season 7. It's round 6, and you get to see me embarrass myself at some point on Wednesday night. That's Wednesday the 19th. On Saturday the 22nd, we're in V8 action on season 11. We've done 11 seasons, and it's the first 2 rounds. Is it? Where is that at? Is that? I remember.
Isn't that the Royce Coaster Knockhill thing?
Oh, Knockhill, yes, Knockhill Reverse. That'll be brilliant because it's a new track for us running the V8s. Probably not a new track for the drivers of the V8s. But it'll certainly be a spectacle for us, so really don't miss that one. And tune in to all our others. You can watch us on Twitch, you can watch us on YouTube, and we will see you next time. I'll say goodnight now, let Sam say goodnight, and then we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
And good night, everyone. Thanks for sharing the booth with me today.